Hi guys. Alright. So I'm back to this. First thing I need to do is drop the floor by a couple spaces. I was so off in building this. I wasted a lot of time here. Who knows, if I hadn't wasted so much time here, I might have been able to be farther ahead, and when everything fell apart, been able to pick up the slack. Who knows? Have fooey and all that. Right. Apparently I'm not doing too much better at focusing because I just went off a level. Oy. I know, building in creative mode is alright. It's not difficult, but certainly lacks a lot of I was starting to say fun, but then I remembered I'm playing on a hardcore server right now, or ultra hardcore. And boy, you know, some of the frustrations of trying to build in hardcore, you stub your toe and you take a half a heart of damage, and it's a frigging big deal in there. Of course, you know, I'm playing on a server in another country, so lag is just so much fun. Matter of fact, Cherry Bitters made a comment that I was playing in the real ultra hardcore because not only am I fighting the game itself and the systems in place, but I'm fighting the computer, the lag, the internet, the whole shebang. That would have been bad. I would have left those all opened. Wouldn't have functioned like that. Kind of debating on if I want to do a full build, record all of it like, you know, regular challenge would have been, or just go ahead and build, jump cut, finish it off, and, you know, go ta-da with you guys at the end, or ta-do. So tempting to set this on fire, but the way fire's been with me lately, I just have this feeling that it would immediately jump right next door and set everything ablaze, and I'm not sure I could take that right now. Probably throw a little fit and start yelling at puppies. Okay, now I need spruce. If you can spell spruce. I think I need those. And dark oak. I know I need a door. Alright. I know what I could do. I could put together the creepy thing. Give me 1 second, I'll go check my dimensions. Alright, huzzah, I'm back. This is one too short. That would have been a little awkward. Actually, I shouldn't have punched those down. Oh well. That goes there. That goes there. Yada yada yada. There. Don't have any. Oh, those are the dark oak planks. Really, I know what I'm doing. Almost, kind of, sometimes, sort of. And those are... I like mixing these in, just for the heck of it, basically. They have a little bit unusual tops, so they stand out a tiny bit, look not quite like everything else does. Basically, since I'm already doing that, I'll do that there. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this just so I can surprise you guys, because I think you'll be really liking this. So, pause. Alright, so what was it that I designed that needed the green so much? The thing that I thought ended up being kind of the center point for my vision, that I wanted to look out this way, looming over the hill. It was this. Now it's actually an optical illusion. The blocks are put on their corners as opposed to be putting on their sides. And there's a little trick to this I'll end up developing as I build out the house here. But yeah, that is what I've been planning and dreaming and working on, and figured out there was just no way I could do that. So yeah, that was my big soul crushing thing. Hi Spidey. Weren't off like I thought they were. Okay. So let's finish flooring this out. Mobs are already starting to make themselves at home. Another plan was to manipulate all the spawns. I'm gonna have my teammates light up just everything around the house, and then we have these dark areas, and the game would just start spawning mobs in the house. The water will force them to the central location. Oops. Where does the stairs go? You know, the two-legged mobs will climb right up here. The eight-legged mobs, or six-legged, or whatever they happen to be in Minecraft, will have a nice little wall they can skedaddle on up here. Okay. We need a little balcony. Oh, dang it. Cleaning up wood supplies that never got used. Oh, good lord. And these spruce giants are amazing. Better yet, it's so easy to get your hands on saplings for them too. Unlike jungle giants, where you can farm a ton of them and still not get enough to be able to actually grow a darn thing. Of course, my favorite are still jungle giants, simply because they come with vines. If you're dealing with something that's that tall and you don't want to fall to your death, it's just good to have an easy way up and down. Alrighty then. That comes back. Oops. That comes back. iron bar. I did some experimenting with the iron bars, and they're just so super efficient from just some basic iron ore. The problem with them being, of course, that you need the ore, but heck, in this map you don't have any trouble with that. Alright, so you got this path up here. We want to have a little balcony. That'll do for now. Oh, this dark oak. Well, fizzle. Spruce wood. There we go. And one right there. Actually, I hadn't planned at all on building up like I did. I probably should have just lowered the wall back down, kind of threw not everything off, but it certainly means that my balcony is going to have a heck of a tall area, far more than I ever planned. Alright, you need to go, at least for now. Go ahead and oak this in. Yeah, like that. That'll be good. Cross beam there. Then of course the reason for the little balcony is to add more spawning spots. Make it more difficult to light it all up very quickly if you're exploring. Let's grab some stone and go ahead and add a little baseboard thingy. This actually also serves a plan. And no, got into the staircase. The plan being, we really worked hard to get into the Nether, and that was because we were going to, hello sheep, we're going to use daylight sensors, or nighttime sensors as it were. And shaboom. Those sensors will allow many things to happen, which will be interesting. In theory, hopefully, maybe, kinda. Unfortunately, I don't have the redstone expert anymore, being Pogo. Let's see now, I think leave that as it is. Yeah, over here should work fine. Like that. We'll do it over here just because I was off a little bit. Now we had plans for this to make this more interesting and workable, but all you got's me, so we'll figure out what I can do. Good. Hopefully you aren't too bored with me fiddling around with redstone, because I'm not the best at this. I have done things like this before, but not to any degree. Alright. That should roughly allow like those. then there. Okay. See, I knew I could work this. Then the trick with the daylight sensor is when it's over top, it actually works in reverse. I have to block off all the light though before it will be able to do that. And then how did I do the top ones? Was it why did that just go in? Let's try that. Make everything make some sort of sense here. You know, someday I'm going to think ahead more than just a little bit. Ah ha ha ha. That was how. May not be a redstone genius, but I'm not entirely a moron. There. Ta-da! It turns to nighttime. These doors open. All the mobs have been spawning in here, hanging out, making chittering noises, hopefully fraying your nerves. You can start wandering out and coming to say hi. Because, quality time is not something you often get to spend with mobs. I mean, it's usually you see them, the screaming starts. This will really give them a chance to get to know you. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't watch the PBS Idea channel, they have some wonderful, wonderful short videos to basically help people argue on the internet. And don't worry, it's all paid for by donations, so you don't have to worry about tax dollars or anything. But that is 3. So if you're having a discussion with somebody and they restate your argument in an overly simplified way, you can just send them a link to this video and say, this might really help the discussion here if you watch this and give some thought. And of course, probably what will happen is they'll get all angry at you for daring to suggest they don't argue well, and that actually has its own benefits. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, another thing is, have a nice 2-drop here, so as mobs come out looking for you, they don't go back. Because that really wouldn't help at all. We're trying to get the mobs out to see the world. What good is it to have them running around and they can't get to you? Another layer of dark just above the dirt foundation. Must have had a plan there. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was for oak logs, or for logs. Plans being subject to whims and whimsy. Originally I had a floor plan designed and laid out that I was going to try out there, but I think I'm gonna stick to kissing it at this point, because last thing you want to do is, on top of watching all this boring stuff, is to watch me fiddle around with, I don't know, should the star be more pointed? I mean, it wouldn't look quite as good, right? Okay. Gotta have that. And go with the dark oak there. Need to... Yeah, there's a rhyme to my madness behind all this stuff. It'll actually look kind of cool in the end. Hopefully, maybe. Oh, darn it. Stick and then break. There. And more spruce blocks up here. Up here. Here. There. Alright, we'll give a nice lighter ceiling. I guess I am going to fiddle around with a little bit of design. I just can't stand it otherwise. Because you know, things just get so boring so quickly in Minecraft. Yeah, it's just the nature of the beast, I guess. Actually, let's... The heck? Oh, I was off one. That's why it didn't look right. Yeah. It'll be okay. We got our nice porch. And the part of it that's facing towards the village, of course, so it looks all nice for the villagers. But that's important, you know, if you're an evil overlord, you have to maintain certain standards. That's like, you know, terrible death winnies. You have to work on those. You can't just blow it off. That kind of thing, you know, takes time, takes effort, but the payoff is definitely there in the end. If I remember right, this one was just basically flat. It wasn't nearly as ominous, spooky, weird as the other one. It's funny, I can fly and I still manage to fall off everything because I prefer to stand. And another reason for designing the balconies like this is if you happen to actually get aggro on a skeleton and you wander to peer over the edge, you can get a pot shot and suddenly have a little bit of your life go poof. And these are not working now. Oh, they are working. Phew. I got enough things to worry about than redstone deciding to be finicky. I mean, seriously. That's the last thing. There. Because remember, the darker your spawning area, the more respawns you get. We have a reasonably nice dark spawning area. You're going to get a whole lot more mobs. Which is the name of the game. Or it would have been had everything not gone all pear-shaped and instead of circle-shaped. Oops. I think it went like that. Hello. You're probably going to want to get inside. Much safer in there when the daytime comes around. Should put a sign up saying Zombie Sanctuary. oh, it dips. Actually, come to think of it, a lot of this won't even be visible. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Just pop over here and finish this off. A little bit of dot. 1, 2. And Darko planks. Another reason why I'm designing this the way I am is I want to try and get to manipulate people's line of sight and vision, and that's most easily done with colors. When you have a really heavy oppressive ceiling, people tend to look down, and when it's lighter, they'll tend to, their gaze will naturally drift upwards. So since I don't want people looking around, at least not inside, I'm going to try and get them to constantly have their eyes focused on the ground. Which of course is a bad thing for them, but a good thing for entertainment value of the universe, I suppose. Alright. I probably should have just loaded up my test map and shown that off, but I'm stubborn. Mildly. Okay. I'm a lot stubborn. I'm also kind of irritated about the whole thing falling apart, so I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show that I could design this and make it look cool. Make it look awesome. Alright, so in this spot, coming up the stairway, scary dirt basement replaced by wood. Nice. And that should, and that'll give me a nice spot right there. Make that turn. That tells me it needs to be, yeah, pillar. Actually, that'll be okay. Put that a pillar too. Thinking I may build this on the server I'm on, actually. Why is there, oh, there's actually daylight down there. Have to put a warning sign outside or something, because I would really feel bad to slaughter my fellow players on that server, and at least not without a warning. I was a games master in D&D, so if you give people warning and they don't heed it, that's what happens. Okay, and I think that will finish off those stupid stairs. There we go. Look at that. Creepy basement it is. Suppose I'll throw a redstone torch there for the heck of it. You're coming up from the basement, and this is going to be going down to the basement. Yeah, I think I actually want real stairs. Not always necessary, but it makes it feel better to me, I guess. There. Okay, I guess that shouldn't remove too much atmosphere. Yeah, that's fine. They come down to here. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, don't need to bring it up one. Make those stone, dirt, pillars, yeah. Excellent. Down. Put you right there. Cross beam. And yeah. For doors, we'll grab some more spooky doors. And I'm sure I'll be needing. Oh, I already got one. I'll be needing that later. Doop. Okay, so you come down, walk across the beams here, so to speak. Can I actually get away with... Don't like that. Gotta admit. The heck with it. Too much to do, don't care. So we'll switch that to spruce. And that was why it needed to be one higher. Really, I know what I'm doing. At least I. And there. Alright. So there. Redstone torch. Awesome, it'll fit. Okay, well, let's give you the answer to what I think will fit. Mwahaha, and all those things. This will be a cobble floor. Because we can't have wood. Prisoners might manage to get out if we had wood. I'm not going for super big or complex here. Just your basic little cubby hole slash trap of doom. There's that. Gonna need pressure plates. I might need to switch this back to stone so they blend in more. Not too bad. Let's try this with wood. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, stone it is. It'll look more artistic, so to speak. And that artistry shall hide its true purpose. Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure who this might fool, but if it fools someone, it'd be worth it. There. Punch all that away. You got your... Will you shoot? Guess he's been bouncing off the walls a bit. Got that. Iron door. That right there. Look, it stays open. Now if you wander into here, it should reverse the signal. I swear that used to work. Maybe if it's on this edge of the block. have no idea, but it's not working. Oh well. I will stick with my effect here because... Alright, I haven't redstone that one yet. Redstone being so incredibly finicky, I'm not really surprised that it doesn't work the way I expected it to. Confused, but not surprised. Okay, run another pillar up. It's much easier to be confusing in small, tight spaces. Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. Tink, 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 tink. You want to try and make sure to fill in all the small spaces rather than allowing them to exist, because I don't want to trap anybody anywhere. The whole goal of this, after all, is to get stuff out and coming to say hi. There we go. That's right, I was going to... Wouldn't be hard. Okay. Sorry. It's not hard to finish off things I was thinking of doing, it's just gonna take more time, and I was hoping to buzz through this and show you guys and then move on to something more pleasant. Alright. Bam. Oh my goodness. Me and pistons. Why you no obey, piston? But I am doing exactly what you told me to do. One more closer. One more, just one more. There. And another one there. And the same deal we do with the redstone as before. Bunk. And yep, that. Yeah. I think. Why are they not reacting the same way? Probably because it can see light. Okay, anyway. And it's too low. It won't be that hard, I said. All I gotta do is throw up a couple quick pistons, I said. Plans, mice, all that. Men and stuff. Yeah, that will connect there. This I can do a little loop-de-loop. Doop, doop, doop. And it should not do a damn thing. And this is why I needed Pogo. As much as I try, I am not a redstone guy. This is quickly turning into some kind of nightmare. Dum 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 dum. And there we go, we finally have a secret door that opens into the dungeon. Hallelujah. If you happen to leave your back door or the door open to the dungeon, or actually not even door, so wander in here, you don't block it off, mobs will also be coming out this way. And spiders that away, and yeah. Alright, and if this works, yeah, mobs can walk through there. I don't think spiders can crawl through. Actually, why not move it someplace? Dink. There, just in case. Because you never know. But knowing is half the battle. One would think more than half the battle, but never argue with G.I. Joe. They have pew-pew laser guns that don't hurt people. Okay, I needed to build the Great Hall. Let's see now. Yeah, this was just incredibly off, apparently. I know what I'll do. I'll make it double wide. That's not off, it's just wider than the other one is supposed to be. Really, it makes sense in my head. There. 1, 2, and 1. Now we need to. I'll try new light flooring for my nefarious psychological play to work on people, well, at least. Part of the reasoning behind making sure everything is 2 blocks high is that interferes with people's combat ability. More difficult to jump crit. It's also more difficult to run away. And we don't want people running away. Alright, that's all sealed up. I think I'm just gonna lay down some spruce and start planning from there, because as it is, I'm losing track of what's supposed to be where. I wonder if I should go ahead and use nether materials. We did have that fort that was discovered. I think it was Turtle Master. Gosh, was it Turtle Master? Oh man. Everything's such a blur at this point. Nope, don't cut redstone. If you put that block right there, it'll cut off the redstone signal, and suddenly your well-laid plans just don't work anymore. Can't imagine why I have trouble with redstone. If I had more time I was devoting to this, I'd suss out the head heights and trim out extra boards and things like that just to maximize the space in here, but time is not on my side. Alright, now this is the trick. You gotta have tricks before you can treat, right? Right? I'm sure somebody will agree with me somewhere. Grab some black wool. And we need to create an optical illusion. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go and check out the magician's build. I just had this feeling he was going to do something totally awesome. And then I lost track, distracted, etc., etc., and There we go. Now I can see what's going on. Yeah. So the idea is that that is almost entirely invisible. And what people don't know can hurt you sometimes. I want to blacken this up just as much as possible, because if they can't see it, they can't prepare for it. Go like that. Something else is when you come wandering back here, it just all looks so dark and monotone. It's really hard to get your eyes to pick things out. And there. A creeper face has its own special purpose. Besides making it hard to see. There. The hope being that mobs will hang out here and like growl at you through the wall or something. Oh crud. Well, that pillar definitely is not where it's supposed to be, but oh well, I don't care. Well, I do care, but I can't fix everything on the time I'm trying to put into this or not put into this. Heck. Is the burning skeleton doing this to him, or what? I am confused. I'm not sure, because for those were on nighttime. Yeah, that's where they should be. Okay. Yeah. I guess the sunlight was hitting this, so that one were attacked, and then that one was extending, and it just kept flipping back and forth. Wow, that was all kinds of bizarrely amazing. Oh, yes, we need to like that. Well, again, it's not an ideal height. I probably would have not done exactly like that, but I want to have this room being just pitch black so that when people come down here, they're confused, they can't see, things just run up and start like wailing on them. All the fun things in life. Okay, back to work. Now the reason I'm laying out this wool like I am is to try and make sure we don't get a spider. I want to try and get only two-legged things wandering through here. That way they can climb the stairs and just wander out of the mouth of the creeper without any trouble at all. Let's see now. Actually, put that there. And that right there. So that if people come back into here, they'll be in this weird claustrophobic woolen maze. And we'll, of course, our mad scientist made sure to put the maze onto cobblestone because, you know, that way if things burn, then it's easy to fix. Yeah, other people have stories about witches. I have mad scientists. Alrighty, that almost works perfectly. Now, just have to hide this in the design of the house, so your average adventurer will never suspect it's here. That and that. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Oh, I think that's a spider I'm hearing, not pistons. Eesh. Alrighty then. Yeah. Go ahead and do the whole 9 yards. Let's grab some nether brick, lay this out like I actually had access to it. Yes, yes, squeak, squeak. Squeak is squeakin', squeak. Squeak, squeakin'. Alright. Now actually, a fair part of this isn't coming out quite like I planned, but that is actually planned, if that makes sense. Will you shoo? I really do not like people kibitzing over my shoulder. That's right. Because what I had thrown together was kind of semi-organic. I just planned, okay, well I want to have something here. Well, I would like to have this kind of here. And then I built it. And that way, he had a place that, well, the goal, I should say, was to have a place that looked like it'd been somewhere for generations. That way, it would have that kind of feel to it, that super old house feel of creepy spookiness. Because really, the best really scary houses, in my opinion, were the ones that weren't meant to be scary. They just had this aura about them as they were built and rebuilt, and there's bizarre things that ended up getting added, and you're not quite sure what's going on anymore. Alright. We need some nether stair. Or no, that's right. We needed other starry dark oak. You know, the starry thing with the stuff. There. Seeds. Oh gosh. Plans and plans, and this does not in any way conform to a lot of them. But it will be spooky. That's the goal, right? Just be weird. Have something that just should not be. And, there. Another part of older houses I've noticed, they tend to mix building materials together just to repair things, and that's the way it is. And it's not like a bad thing, it's just it slows, or it makes it all the more confusing. Alright, so there's the entryway. Another reason to have the light pillars in there is to make it a little bit more decorative, make it show off a tiny bit more. Kind of what sorry, I started thinking that could be a dangerous thing. I don't think they could make that. I don't need those, so wool those in. Yes. I have vague memories of doing something like this on my map, and I think it'll work well here too. Alright, that's actually a wall I need to keep. So we can get them up to here. And then to there. Ha ha ha. It works. So the mobs that are two-legged and are being forced to spawn in here, in addition to wandering out the mouth, can just wander on up into this space. Perfect. At least perfect for an ambush. And what else could you expect in a haunted house? Come on. You don't expect to be left alone. You need to be chased by some monsters. Oh, that's right. This is only 2 blocks high. No wonder it's looking so strange to me. That's even better. Just like a natural part of the path. You can walk right on out. And they'll be able to shoot down at you, and yeah, that will do nicely. Meanwhile, around here, I wonder if we have it like that. Can you? Yeah, you can walk by there. Cool. So let's not do that. Stairs, placing. Yeah. Slab. I think that should give head height. What about right there, though? No. Yeah, this whole thing would have to go into jump stairs. That's not bad. That is. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, I suppose. So we got that one leads down, this one leads over here. Go ahead and wall that off. Now a little bit. Oops. Let's not block that off while walling it off. What's I doing with this? Oh well, I'll leave it alone for a moment. We have... Yeah, this is supposed to have about another 10 blocks. How much do I care? A bit. Don't use these a lot. Time set 0. Oops. Open to land, turn on cheats. Hey, look, I have cheats. that will be closed off alcove because reasons. So will that one. That will stay a corridor. Ooh, no. Yeah, because reasons must be there, because redstone reasons. Yeah, that's right. Need to. There. So when you're standing in here, it looks vaguely like it's blocked off, kind of like the labyrinth thing. You're never quite sure if there's a actual passageway or not. Any good luck, somebody might duck in there trying to avoid something and get trapped. And yeah, with death traps, that's exactly what you're aiming for, right? I mean, fun traps. Fun and excitement for the whole family of horrible, evil people. As much as I want to just record and finish this darn thing, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a jump, finish this floor, show it off, finish the next floor, show it off, call it good. If for no other reason than I'm starting to run out of water trying to talk and talk, not to mention topics, because I'm not exactly very good at talking to myself. Oh well. See you guys after the jump cut. Hi guys, I got a little bit over ambitious in building and got kind of into the groove, and so I better do an update before you guys are totally confused about what I'm building. This went around the nether portal. It's vaguely inspired by the millionaire Mayan culture, but I thought that it would look pretty goddamn awesome around the nether portal here. A scary, vaguely snake-like thing. Over towards the house, went ahead and built up this. So as you come in, you have interrupted line of sights. You have your nice little Enderman looking this over. You have the enchanting book, which is nice and creepy by itself. It doesn't really need much. But you have your guy standing by the book and your seats. The room will be large and open to allow mobs to kind of congregate here, and they'll also allow for a fairly good fighting area. The steps are in part meant to make it a little bit more difficult on the player, but not impossible. You have all the little offshoot rooms that some of them actually do go and some of them are dead ends. Over here we have the library maze, and this is actually a really important thing. I'm even doing it now. You tend to kind of look down a little bit when the roof is so dark, and then I have these nice drop spots where I'll have this all sealed off. The only way mobs can get out is to drop down into the library and come out of it. And hopefully it would take somebody wandering around in here a good long period of time to figure what the heck is going on. Got the nice little access through the mouth here. Got the start of a little bedroom. There's a dungeon entrance. Another little office space right next to the library. And yeah, that's what I got so far. I'll go ahead and toss the rest of it together. Basically, since the basement was so much about the monsters, this is more of a house area. Be right back after the next jump cut. Alright, remember that great head that I put together? That's what I put over it. Because there are plans. And they're going to be awesome. But what I wanted to show you right here, something I'm going to put together. We need to have a little wall here. Get another brick. And we need a door. One type or another, that'll do. Door, open the door. Now, there's a definite rhyme to my madness here, because you can do something really, really cool with this that I haven't seen many other people do. That's an item frame. Shazbot. It's been too long since I've made this. I could craft it, but I don't know. Oh, there it is. Painting. Jeez. I know how to craft paintings. I've just never done this. You hold down shift, boop, and painting can go right on top of the door. Mobs don't recognize that as even existing. Come on, give me a big one. Give me a big one. This is really not cooperating. I'm glad this is on creative mode at the moment, because random paintings are incredibly random. Okay, so that's how it works. You have to be in the corner. What can I say? It's been a while. Nope. Sure, Pinocchio will work. Whoop. Then you have a secret back door. Well, semi-secret. Just wait, you'll see. So, I've been doing a bit of work. I had to light up the whole place. My cat's been adorably cute, so has been doing her absolute best to slow me down. And then Minecraft crashed and reset everything after I was done back to, well, not that far back, but after everything else has been going on. So I just figure I'll show you what I'd done at this point, and it will be better. I had to run around lighting up the surface a little bit. I'll do some more of that so that all the mobs will be forced into the house. Now the caverns actually had been lit up under the house, so I had to go and fix that. Alrighty then. I managed to finish off the porch. This was the design that I had for it. You know, kind of the broken railings that look like teeth, the redstone up there windows. We'll put real windows in there, but they'll let too much light in and look vaguely like eyes. So you have this weird kind of ominous thing, quote unquote, looking over towards the villages. Come into here. Got your nice, well, it'll be a kitchen. I had started to put furniture in here, that's why I dropped the torch, but that got rolled back. Up here was the study. Got the main bedroom. Oh, I did get a chair in here and a table. Interesting thing, you can put carpet onto fence posts. It looks like a decent table, but if you're outside, you can also jump right onto that fence post. It doesn't stop you anymore. And mobs don't see that carpet as a viable hopping point for that fence post. Makes a great spot for defense. Got my nice walk-in closet there. I have a full 4-poster bed and a little hole so that anything that happens to appear up there can wander down. Balcony leading out to where you can admire the lava. This iron railing is hoppable by mobs, so anything that spawns out here can climb on in this door. You can walk around. It's easier the other way. There's a little spot for mobs to spawn between the eyes and hide in there during the day. Got my nice kind of nether rack, or not nether rack, nether brick temple-ish thing up here. Doesn't quite fit, but that kind of fits the oddball design I'm going for. Let's see now. Going to here, through the library maze, to where the temple is, and this is what it looks like once the roof's been all finished. Now it's significantly more creepy as you wander in here and then see this. The face doesn't really stand out nearly so much, but I don't mind it. It's supposed to be kind of vague, creepy-ish, and not quite as obvious. Another trick, put torches under carpet. It will prevent you from seeing the torches, but at the same time you can let the light come right through, so that's why the book has this weird kind of glowing ambiance around it with no obvious signs of light, and you can just, walk right over the torches. Heck, if I can't do a decent build for you guys, at least I can try and teach you something. Of course, a fair number of people probably already know all this stuff, but what the heck. There's got to be somebody out there that I might give a fact to that's useful. Anyway, I'll be doing my decorating, putting the building here and finishing off the portal, light it up a touch, and then I think I'm going to call this good, call October over, call all the crashes and the horrible, awful things that drive me crazy just done. Bye. Hi guys, really quick tip. I've been working on building my Arboritum here, and I wanted to have a tree that's taller than normal. The easiest way to do that is to build it up, which I figured I needed it 4 blocks higher. You grab a little bit of dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plant the tree type you want. Since I'm impatient, bone meal. Bam. Then you just knock the dirt out. And ta-da. Oh, ta-da. I now have a dark oak giant that looks more or less like a natural tree in the game, but it's significantly taller, and that will it's just easier than building it by hand, because trust me, I've actually done that before. Anyway, back to the jump cut. Alrighty then. So what we have here is a nice little solarium, shattered windows, a few plants left behind, a few sad dandelions. It allows mobs access to the house, or at least the mobs that walk around on 2 legs. And of course it has a secret, because what good one doesn't? Besides the secret door, you see you got this little thing down here. And of course you have to have a little bit of curiosity and courage to be able to go down to a little cave like this. And there we have our portal. The scary, spooky thing as you see as you look up at it. It illuminates the cave a little bit, unfortunately, providing too much light level, but yeah, I think it looks rather nice, actually. Let's height that a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And yeah, did my best to replicate kind of what a natural cavern would look like. Of course, this is all just hollowed out area. Went ahead and attach it to that hollowed out area, so we take down the torches that I put up so I could see what the hell I was doing down here. Nice and dark, more spawning room, and then we put the illusion back that's all solid. Ta-da! And if you want, you could come out, tunnel your way out over here. I think that came out pretty well. I put a nice little hole punched in it, like the tree had grown up and out of the glass, like happens in the really old buildings where they stopped taking care of things. What else did I have to show or do? I got my kitchen done. Refrigerator in the corner. Actually hid some crafting benches around, a furnace so you can actually use it. Meanwhile, it looks like, you know, a stovetop oven and tables. Over here, oh yeah, little bedroom, storage room, you know, for a butler to buttle. I've actually forgotten what I intended for this room. Maybe it was for checking out books. Just because you're an evil overlord doesn't mean you can't manage a library. I mean, geez. And there's that missing railing. Well, there. Just because I have to. Now, what I'm going to do to really give a nice showing of this is tonight I'm going to use a trick that I was planning on using when Pogo and Fox were around, because it would really help with that. So I'll go ahead and jump cut to the evening. Alright guys, I ended up delaying by a day. I noticed something I wanted to show you. Best laid plans and all that. This face that I designed for the creeper here actually does not work at all with how this is laid out. Having the house up on the hill means at best you can see it down here and you don't see the eyes. And when you come to the front entry stair and dodge the holes or the broken parts, you still won't see them. It's best laid plans. Just does not work though. That's really disappointing. I could build like a little patio thing, viewing area here, and if I was in a regular survival world I probably would, but nah, not gonna worry about it now. Just kind of a bummer that the design didn't work out at all. Like the crocodile face type thing, I think that works pretty good, but it's just so hard to pick out the details. Maybe use a different mix of wood colors, that sort of thing, so it stands out better. Because, you know, it looks great when you can see it, but that's a problem. Anyway, jumping back to next night. Hey everyone, so it's time for the final show off. I managed to burn down my forest, but details. It'll just be a little charred and I'm sure it'll look fine. That's right, we need to do this again. Oops. Aha! Alright, this is what I was planning on having Pogo and Out Fox make, so that we can show off what's inside our little poor sheep, inside our house without getting too slaughtered. So we'll find out how well the idea would work. Yeah, evidently there's some mobs in here that like it. It actually seems a lot brighter than it usually is. I'm not really sure why. Let's try. I'm going to turn down the brightness a little. There we go. It looks a little bit better. Got the maze all finished. It goes in and out and around, and it's all dark and spooky, and there it is. Has this massively dark area up above. Scare you hopefully pretty good when something drops down from above. Oh shoot. I accidentally knocked the paintings off earlier. Oh well. Evidently one of the zombies didn't manage to make it. He died. Down on the side. It's not open. happened? I swear these things are trying to give me just a massive kind of headache, because just not working for whatever reason. There. Went ahead and lit this place up, putting torches on each individual one. In theory, it shouldn't harm whatever spawning capability this has for drawing mobs in. Just to show off that I did complete the gosh darn thing. Alright. Hello. I'm actually disappointed there were more mobs than was in here earlier. I swear. There are even a couple skeletons hanging out up here like they're ready to shoot you down below. Maybe they're on coffee break. Oh, that's right, that's just a dead end. Sorry, got a little confused here. So twisty and turny, which is, hi, you can see me. Run for it. So yeah, that's the mission. Well, I managed to make a couple of zombies at least. Stupid zombies. Well, shoot. Okay. That's the end of this thing. This poor failed attempt at making an October thing is done and done. Test. 1, 2, 3, test.